for the ones who came with me in the bus, I was telling you about the main activity in Tortuguero. That I said that the main activity was deforestation or logging. So 70% of this forest was cut. So that's why you see the trees that are quite tall but thin. It proved that the trees are young. So this was declared National Park on 1975. So then, that's why you see so much plants in here. Why we see all these plants down here? So many. Do you have an idea why?
Because the canopy's not very damaged.
Exactly, and so there's a lot of light getting through. No big trees, lots of light coming through. When you walk in a real primary forest, where you find those huge trees, very tall, and you walk through, you look up and you don't see the sky. If it's so dense up there, it's dark here. If it's dark, not much plants. So, what do the plants, so then in this case, we can understand why the trees grow that tall. Or the plants that are climbing up, that many call them parasites, but they're no parasites. So they're not absorbing anything from trees. Well, look at this bird. This is the black-throated trogon, which is the female. The male is kind of green on the back, and it gets like a metallic color. Actually, family is Trogonidae. And there is one bird that many people want to see when they go to Monteverde, for example, which is, that's a wood creeper. That one climbing up. A wood creeper. No woodpecker. Wood creeper. So which is climbing up, looking for insects. That's not pecking on the wood. Barred wood creeper. You get like kind of bands on the chest. Barred wood creeper, one of the largest. And there's one was the slaty-tailed trogon. The national bird of Guatemala, which is the quetzal bird that many people want to see in Monteverde. This is the quetzal bird, but it's found on highlands where it get cold. That's the quetzal bird. This is the black, well, that one was. Yeah. That is this one, the female, not the male, the female. That's the one who was there. Hey, this one. That's the one that was here. We saw the female. The male is more colorful, especially when they get the sun rays. Well, the trogon is there, but the wood creeper is there. The wood creeper over there is this one. So that's the one there. This one. I was looking for insects, crickets, grasshoppers, cockroaches, anything like that. Okay, back to the story of the forest. So then, as we see those plants going up, looking for light, because most of the light is up there. Actually, 82% of light is on top. Only 2% come through the forest to the forest floor. I mean, in a primary forest, not in the secondary. Okay, so then what do the plants in here do to catch the light in a better way? Bigger leaves, that's one way. But also this one that we call rattlesnake. Rattlesnake because when the plant is on bloom, the bark looks like a rattle. quite good for floral arrangement. Okay, if we see this part of the stem, this section here, it works like an elbow. So the plant can turn the leaves on different positions along the day, searching for light. Because the light won't be on the same place. No, the light will be changing. Also, we have plants that grows in a circle or in a spiral to make sure that when the lights get there, all the leaves get the light at the same time. And that the upper leaves doesn't happen shade the other ones to do the photosynthesis. So then I have a question to you. If you think that it could be possible to find in the jungle a tree like this one, that tall cylindric trunk, that they get legs and that should walk through the forest, a tree walking in the jungle, do you think that could be possible? A tree walking? You say yes. He said yes.
Est-ce que c'est possible qu'un arbre marche?
Oh, that's not walking.
Oh, you really mean walking?
Walking is the whole tree like this, that doesn't get legs, that is here, and then eventually, years after, find our tree, let's say here. So that's walking. Like we do. 1, 2, that's walking. So then, what do you think? Say, easy answer, yes or no?
No.
So, okay, which is, do you know which is the definition for this continent beside America? Remember that America is not United States. United States of America. Then, America is from the penguins in South America to the polar bears in North America. Oh, that's America. So then I am American. I live in the central part. So, but anyway, just one definition for this continent and another definition for the others. Most of you are from Europe, right? No, that you're talking about one section.
Oh, I see.
Remember, continent is the whole thing. So you're Canadian. You're Canadian, but you're American. As I am. Okay.
That's where
Remember that
It's a dirty word.
okay, yeah, but if you live in Argentina, so you're American.
That's
If you live in Jamaica, so you're American. So it's like if someone lives in France, it's from Europe, but if he comes from Italy, it's from Europe. So it's the whole area, all right. Okay, New World is the definition for this. And Old World for the other continents. Why New World? Okay, in a certain time, from Honduras, the northern part of Honduras, up to Canada, and from beginning of Colombia to South America, there was sure in the surface. But Central America, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and part of Honduras was underwater. So that's why in Central America, we don't have any fossils of dinosaurs at all. Actually, like 4 years ago, paleontologists discovered the largest fossil of dinosaurs on Earth in Argentina. Yeah, because are very old places, but there's not. So actually, this is known as new tropics. Tropics, new tropics, the new was forced, and everything is different. And we have a walking tree, and I will show you the walking tree. So almost everything is possible here. more from France, I guess. Yeah. There are more from France?
Enchantée.
Okay. See this palm tree here. That one. This palm tree. Do you know palmito?
Palmier, oui.
Palm heart.
Le palmier, oui. Oui.
Very good in salad. But this one is bitter. No, good, no tasty. The palm heart is on that green section. But well, this is too young. They need to get taller. But the plantations that we have in Costa Rica is another palm tree and come from South America, which is different. It's full of spines, of the whole trunk, and the leaves. It gets actually some fruits that are quite good to eat. But okay, take a look at the roots. You see that gets an aerial trunk. No like the other species, sure not. These roots is what makes the palm tree walking. How that walks. I mean, you won't see that running. It's not the movie. But okay. Just think that what we got here is a primary forest. Huge trees. We walk through, no plants, and you look up and we don't see the sky. Okay? But the forest floor, it's full of hundreds and hundreds different species of seeds. What are the seeds waiting for? They're waiting for light. But remember, no light, because it's so dense up there. Okay? One day, because one of the big trees gets so much plants up there that cuts overweight and falls, and it creates a big gap. Of course, we'll kill some, but if you get back there a few months after, 5, 6 months after, so you will see all the new baby plants growing. All the seeds that are being, for many years, waiting for the light. But no light, but when the tree falls, okay, that will be great. Okay, and we got the palm tree growing over there because it's rich in sunlight. But if you right next to the palm tree, there is another plant that grows faster. And it up and shade the palm tree and it doesn't get more light. But if nearby there is a gap, the palm tree will produce the new roots that come from the trunk, not from the ground. The new roots will, okay, let's say that the gap is in this direction. The palm tree will produce the new roots in that direction. What happens with the opposite roots is that they will die. When the new roots reach the ground, going underground, the new ones, little by little, will move the palm tree. Maybe, if the palm tree is rich in sunlight full time, doesn't need to move. But if it needs to compete, it will make it. It is proven that the palm tree could move 10 centimeters in a year. Okay, that 10 centimeters. That's not much. But okay, how long it takes to grow? I'm talking about 30 or 35 years. Okay, I said maybe it doesn't move if it's reaching sunlight, doesn't need to. But if it needs to compete, we'll make it. If it could move 10 centimeters every year in 30 or 35 years, so that's walking. If it moves only 10 or 5 centimeters, so that's walking. That's why the Latin name of the palm tree, which is Socratea exorrhiza. Exorrhiza comes from the roots outside. And Socratea in honor to the philosopher Socrates, who supposedly when the man was teaching was always walking back and forth and talking. Walking and talking. Okay. Where you come from?
Well,
That's the two-toed deer. It's a two-toed. Yeah, because we have three toes. I saw his face. This one got a nose like a little bear. The three-toed got a very flat face. And anyway, the color too. Yeah, by the color and the face. He's resting, most of them very lethargic, you know. Resting most of the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
C'est un singe.
Un paresseux.
That's one.
On ne peut pas rentrer.
Because, yeah, because the three-toed is great.
Ah oui,
Okay, once again. No, they stay like 19 hours like that, resting. 19 hours. 5 hours an average a day. Active, feeding or active. Once a week or once every 10 days, so they come to the ground to poop. Once a week.
Once a week.
It is because they got four stomachs. And so, like ruminants, yeah, exactly. So they take a long time to ferment the leaves. That's why they don't go to the restroom often. For me, the most successful animal that you could ever find in the jungle. They don't know the stress.
Let's see if we can get there.
Yeah.
Tout là-haut en fait. Regardez là. Vous prenez l'arbre, vous montez, vous montez, vous montez.
Ah oui, ça y est, je le
Et
vois.
à gauche, il y a une petite
Oui,
boule,
oui, c'est ça.
c'est la boule qu'on voit.
Oui, oui, je vois.
Stabilisator. Bovenin, zie je niet.
Ja, je moet die boom helemaal volgen naar boven.
Hier.
En dan helemaal bovenin zie je iets diks in de boom zitten. Ja, kijk, daar is die. Een dik balletje zie je boven.
Okay, yes, so.
No. I know. Yeah.
Because for many years, for example, when we used to go to the Tortuguero hill and it was closed, we started to walk here at the top of the lot. But it was walking there, and the original trail was here, going that way. And this got muddy. The water level gets pretty high sometimes. So then we were walking through the mud, not in the trail made of concrete. So wearing rubber boots, and sometimes with the water by our knee. Yeah. But the laws say that all public or private places get to provide the right conditions for handicaps. Someone in a wheelchair, you can bring a person in a wheelchair here on the trail. It's quite easy. But if you go to Monteverde, if you go to Arenal, Cahuita, Braulio Carrillo, and most of the places, someone on a wheelchair so they can. No, so there you need, because the fruits looks like almonds. These are the seeds. These are the seeds, but you see it's like a very big almond, but doesn't get any relation with almonds. Okay, let's see, if we want to see lions, where do we go? Africa, uh-huh. If we want to see kangaroos, if they still left, that's a shame. Okay, anyway, get into the lodge. We saw a pair of the great green macaws. The pair that we saw flying, and they're so noisy. You will hear them anytime, like people who used to have them as pets. Okay, so we got the great green macaw in Costa Rica. That's the aras. It's the same. That's what we saw flying. And I say that in Brazil, in the black markets, the people could pay $5,000 just for one. In Costa Rica, not anymore. So, the only thing we can have as pets are dogs and cats. Nothing else. Actually, the zoos in Costa Rica are not allowed anymore. We got rescue centers, but not zoos anymore. For example, if there's a circus, they get a zoo. Yeah. If there's a circus that, if they want to drive through Costa Rica, but if they have wild species, even if they're not resident, I mean, if they have lions or tigers or anything like that, so they are not allowed to drive through Costa Rica. So then now in Costa Rica everything is changing about that. But okay, if we want to see these birds, Costa Rica but Tortuguero, Caribbean, I mean lowlands, near the coast, is the best place to try to see them. Okay, you know that you go to the African savannah, sometimes you could be lucky, or sometimes you need to drive for long to see them. Or even the elephants that are so big, and then you look on the distance and nothing. Okay, but all right, so then we want to see these birds that we already saw them. Okay, so then we're gonna read the natural history of these birds. Say, the main tree for feeding and for nesting is the wadamo wood, so that they feed on the meat that covered the seed. This is only the seed, doesn't get any meat. Oh, it's good for bats also, or for wild pigs, or big rodents that we got in dance forest. Wild pigs or javelinas, they feed on the fruits. No, javelina, wild pigs with the big tusk. I know that you have in Europe, for example, in Spain. I don't know in France if you have. You might have them. You connect with Spain, do you?
Not the same one in France.
No, not the same. These are here, but I know that in Spain there are some javelinas that are so huge that the people. The natural history of this tree. To know when the tree is going to be fruiting. Okay, the natural history. According to experts, botanists. I'm just a naturalist guy. Say flowers, July, August. Fruits, September, October. Fruits, September, October. And that tree gets some few fruits up there. That's why we see the seeds. So why fruits up there if we are in, February? Well, practically March. Tomorrow is March 1st. So then why fruits in December, January, or February if the natural history say that is September, October? Because in Costa Rica, no seasons. No seasons, the trees are fruiting whenever they want. So then no one can tell you when is the best time to come and see wildlife. Because the animals are residents, most of them. They won't go to another country. What they're gonna do is just keep moving if there's not much food. Do you have this? No, sorry, we don't have that. Thank you very much. You drive to another restaurant. Do you have this? Oh yes, of course. Oh, thank you very much. And then so you sit there and you stay there, feeding what you're looking for. So the animals are the same. The birds and the monkeys got to move and move and move, looking for food. When you got a lot of food, so you could see the chickens even like here.